Next up, we got Larry Bird stories that prove he's the best trash talker. Now, haven't reacted to a Larry Bird video in a Smooth John minute. Now, we do know Larry Bird, some would say, the greatest player to ever step foot on a basketball court. Okay, let me know in the comments if y'all agree. But we are officially back with these story videos, highlight videos. Let me know in the comments any other players y'all want me to react to. Story videos, just comment the title of the video and I got you. You know what I'm saying? Also too, I've made a Patreon. So now we can exclusively get reactions only on Patreon. All right. So I know a lot of people was requesting me to react to the documentary for the Dream Team documentary. So we can do that on Patreon. It's a lot more just sports documentaries in general. We can watch full sports games. All right, Larry Bird versus Jordan. The Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson. That whole series. We can literally really see what's going on. Because, you know, on YouTube, you can't watch it, bro. You know, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But on Patreon, we have full exclusivity. So, link in the description and pinned comment. Hit the like button, hit that sub button.
Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers
in
basketball.
And
a lot of people say, really? You know, they thought it was Reggie or Charles.
Bird used to tell me, look here, man.
You supposed to be a great defender, right? I'm gonna make sure I tell you where I'm gonna shoot the ball at.
And he said, I'm gonna get it right here. I'm gonna shoot it right in your face.
And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts.
I'm gonna go shoot this fucking jumper in your face right there in that corner. And it's gonna be your Christmas
That
present.
corner?
Wrap it up and bust your head open.
And that's exactly what he did. If he tell you gonna hit a shot in a certain place, he gonna do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Been a better player each step I took. I was able to go more than the other guys. I had a green light. I could make plays, but I always knew early on, especially when I was a junior and senior in high school, that probably the outcome of the game was going to depend on me.
We interviewed Gary Payton, a venomous trash talker, and I asked him who the most vicious trash talker he's ever encountered. He said Larry Bird.
Oh, no question.
Bird talk shit, like we talk or
Let me
like.
tell y'all something. Bird used to tell me, look here, man. I'm gonna go shoot this motherfucking jumper in your face right there in that corner. And it's gonna be your Christmas present. I'm gonna wrap it up and bust your head open. All that shit.
He told me,
Larry.
Let me tell you something. I can shoot a jumper anywhere I want to. You supposed to be a great defender, right? I'm gonna make sure I tell you where I'm gonna shoot the ball at. And I was like, man, come on now, you're not gonna shoot the ball. And so he said, I'm gonna take you over in that corner right there. You sit over there by my bench, right? And I'm gonna give you something, and it's gonna be this jumper. So he went right to that corner, and I'm up on him, I'm under him. And he said, young fella, what did I tell you I was gonna do? And he turned around, raised up, and it was all wrong.
Yo.
And I said, shit, I ain't gonna mess with you no more.
He was the coldest dude I ever seen with that shit, man. Everybody be talking about these greats, and we always mentioning him. He was the shit. Yeah. Shit, man. He'll give it to you any way he wanted to. Larry Bird was cold.
Bird didn't talk trash to you,
Oh my God, Bird talk trash to everybody. I always tell the story about Larry Bird. I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful. I just started laughing. I had no comeback. He says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me. Larry said, I'm insulted that they put a sorry dude like you on me. He said, no, I don't even want to play no more. He would drop the ball and take a turnover. And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts, you know? The story goes that when he played against Denver.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. That I don't even know how I feel about that. That's actually insane. So you mean to tell me Larry Bird don't even want white people guarding him? What? Okay. All right. I think what he really trying to say is he don't want trash people guarding him. Because that's like disrespectful. And which it is, bro. You know what I mean? And if a team is doing that, they honestly just probably giving up, to be honest. You know, they know they can't beat y'all. Let's just put our weakest guy on Larry Bird. Let him drop 60. And we gonna go home, take a nice little flight out of here, okay? We know we gonna lose the game.
I named John Hanson, white guy, really good defender, right?
Okay.
They put him on Larry, and Larry was wearing his ass out.
Absolutely.
And Larry would run by the bench and tell Doug Moe, who's the coach, get him off me. That's disrespectful. Put a black guy on me. Because when he played back in the day, that's all he played against was brothers. So he was like, I had to torch his ass so they understand.
Rolls, like shooting the ball. Every shot was going in. All right, he runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league. And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench that can guard me? He goes, so nobody out here can. Frank looked down at the bench and goes, no.
Along with Steve Jones and Rick Barry.
Yeah, it was like a movie, bro.
Before the American Airlines Sheraton long-distance shootout.
The All-Star game is in Dallas, the first three-point contest, and he just starts looking at guys, doesn't say a word, and people are getting kind of nervous. Everybody's sitting there, everybody's real quiet. You knew the guys, but you never were around them. And nobody's really saying anything, so I walk in and look around, and then he finally speaks and says, I'm just looking to see who's going to finish second.
And says, I hope all you guys in here are thinking about second place, because I'm winning this.
Excuse me?
Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did. I felt so bad.
When you walked in there, what were you thinking when you made that announcement to the room? Just messing with all those guys?
I know going into that, I remember in the locker room, Robert said something that there's no way in the hell I was going to win that three-point contest. So I knew right then I had to win.
Yo, I feel like Larry Bird got the greatest confidence ever.
My teammates said I wasn't going to win, but I came back and lucked out, really.
Bird would luck out again the next year, but in 1988, it looked like his luck had finally run out. He certainly doesn't have that normal Bird rhythm going on.
Ooh, stuff. It's kind of weird seeing Larry Bird miss a shot. I didn't know that was possible.
11 as we're counting. 13. Huge rack that time for Bird. He's still got to drop one here quickly. 14. This is a tie for the money.
Oh, yeah.
He knew exactly what the score was. He knew that ball was going to win the competition for him, and it's almost like he did it in dramatic fashion just to make it more fun.
He knew it when he let it go and was headed for the winner's circle.
He took out his top yet.
Bro, I got the practice jersey. Wait, whoa! I didn't even peep that.
Getting his ankles taped, and he'd say, hey, ball boy, run in and go find the scoring record in this building. He needed those kind of challenges.
He had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip. And Larry told all of us players and the media too, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip, I'm going to play this with left-handed at least through three quarters.
And it was at a time when, mchale was still coming off the bench.
And so Larry scores his 6th point on a left-handed shot.
And I'll never forget him. mchale yells out.
And mchale goes, hey, Jerome, when did he start shooting right-handed?
And at the end of three quarters, of the game,
Yo.
left-handed.
Well, left-handed is one thing.
See, this is another reason why I feel like we should, on Patreon, it's going to be amazing, bro, because we can actually see the full game. Seeing Larry Bird in full HD quality, shooting left-handed, going crazy. This sounds like heaven, bro. No cap.
Well, left-handed is one thing, but when the game got close, I had to go back to the right one.
He could hold it in his head during the game. So he'd have a shooting drill at the old Boston Garden.
4:30 in the afternoon. I was an early guy. I'd set up early. The garden would be dark.
Late in the afternoon by himself, dark garden. Come out with an equipment guy and just do the perimeter, shoot for half hour. All you heard was swishing.
He missed
it. All you heard was swishing. I like that.
Garden would be dark. Late in the afternoon by himself. Dark garden. Come out with an equipment guy and just do the perimeter, shoot for half hour, and all you heard was swishing.
If he missed a shot during that thing, he'd say that the Bull Gang set up something wrong with the rim. Otherwise that would have gone in.
I'd get there early, plug in my Stone Age computer right next to the bench. He'd call me Scoop. He said, Scoop, what are you working on? I'm saying, I'm doing an early story.
Then I'd say, well, I'm doing an early edition newspaper story about your free throw streak.
You were approximating the NBA record for consecutive free throws, so don't miss one tonight or I'll look bad in the paper.
Sure enough. First half, he goes to the line for two, and the foul line is lined up right where we're sitting if he looks over.
He's at the line. He makes the first.
He looks over and winks at me.
He looks over and winks at me before he makes the second. I mean, guys don't do that today.
Right.
He would
always thinking about these things. It's like paying off a bet in the middle of the game.
Going kisses to the huss.
Things at once.
Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night. Yeah, that was a tough night, man.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
Yeah, we were trying.
The guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots. It's in that game. We're on the free throw line, and he literally says,
"It's off the glass. Who's next? Where you want this one from?" And he just made one after another, and he just tortured.
But this is another iconic game right here too.
I think Bird went by the bench one time too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And, yeah.
Like, bro, who's doing that?
He said, in the trainer's lab, coming down the court, he shot this high rainbow. It goes in. Ricky bumps into it, knocks him on our trainer's lab. So it was exactly what he said.
Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston got fined by Fratello, I think.
And Eddie Johnson for
celebrating Bird.
Yeah, it was the best.
Celebrating Bird.
Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever because back then, you watched the real game and just went, with a video, and Mike rewound the celebration 20 times.
And they show a shot of our bench.
Like, bro, who do you know nowadays would ever get this reaction, bro? You are literally having the other team cheer like little girls, little cheerleaders. And these are supposed to be people that you're playing against. Bro got his foot up in the air. Yo, leading into this man's, like, no one would ever do this nowadays. Never. Look at this, bro's falling.
I mean, everybody was entertained by this.
Oh my God. Yo, bro probably didn't even cheer for his own team like this.
Yeah, watch this.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, yo, that's hilarious.
Watch Cliff Levingston. Come on over here. I think this is Cliff.
Yeah, we definitely gotta watch this game, bro. Oh my God, that's funny.
Showing the guys, you remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah,
too.
that was Eddie Johnson. Yeah. Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that. And so
that's insane.
Bad night.
The first game against Larry Bird, it was shocking. And I'm a rookie, I go shake his hand, and he put both hands behind his back. And I'm saying, okay, he's getting his head ready to play. First play of the game, he says, I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he shoots a three. I was pissed. I said, I wasn't mad he hit the three. But this called me Holmes.
Essay?
It's set up for a really interesting game. I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground. He fouled me, and I'm pointing. And he said, "Hey, Rook." I said, "What?" He said, "I like you. You know." He said, "You got balls, but I'm still gonna get 30 on your ass." He got about 38, so he kind of proved his point. But I had to pay my dues. I wasn't upset about that because back then, as a rookie, you got to pay your dues. Simple as that.
It was funny, the first time that I played my rookie year, I guarded Larry Bird, and it took me about 10 minutes to realize I should be probably guarding him instead of staring at him. And he came down. It was funny. He came down one time, and Mark West was the center on our team. And Larry looked at me, and then he looked at Mark, and he said, "Mark, I'm going to go down. I'm going to come off the screen. I'm going to catch it right there. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to shoot it in the rookie's face. And then I'm going to run down the floor." And that's exactly what he did.
So, bro, just casually calling out his shots mid-game? Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. This is like a movie. Like, you will only hear this in a movie. But no, this is real life. And I feel like really Larry Bird nowadays don't even get the respect he deserves, bro. To be honest. Because a lot of people, especially my generation, and this is why I love that, like, I'm, like, really the only... one of the only people in my generation actually going back and, checking out these greats. I can see who is really good from my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just, I don't know why they would say a certain player or whatever. They got, when it comes to basketball or just sports in general, people going to argue all day. So everybody going to have their own reasoning on why they like this person and why they like that person. That's what it is. So now I can have my own reasoning and really see who is good or not. You feel me? Larry Bird. People don't talk about Larry Bird. I don't know why. But they don't put him in the top 5. They don't do it. Bro. I feel like he's really like top 1, bro. I mean, let's be honest. Top 1, bro. Top 1.
But did he talk to you or you weren't?
Like, it's him and Michael Jordan, bro. Literally. Him and Michael Jordan.
But did he talk to you or you weren't good enough?
Through me. You never addressed me.
I love that.
Like, I wasn't even there.
And did Mark West going?
Mark was like, all right.
Okay, yeah, all right.
You probably will. Good luck.
And then he did.
He did it.
Like,
there was nothing I could do about it.
He backed up whatever he said. If he tell you going to hit a shot to a certain place, or if he going to
take you down to the post, turn around, hit a fadeaway J. He gonna do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
These guys came in together
Yo.
in '81. There's Kevin, there's Larry, there's Robert, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge. They knew what each other could do. And what I did was said, okay, let's see what's happening out there. And you'd see Larry shooting the three-pointer, and then I'd call a timeout, and they didn't count the three-pointer.
Larry just hit what would have been.
I know you hot in that suit, bro. I just know you hot.
It won't count. It does not count. Boston had called a timeout.
Larry came back to the bench, and he was a little upset.
So he's very upset with that. So I diagrammed the play. He says, head with the play, Case. Hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot. I'm going to kick it in. Give me the ball and tell all the rest of the guys to get out of the way. I said, shut up, Larry. I'm the coach here.
No, Larry's the coach.
All right. Dennis, you take the ball out, give it to Kevin, then you throw it to Larry, and everybody get the hell out of the way.
Celtics are down by 2 points, and Bird is out by the three-point line, and he's being guarded by a guy named Johnny High.
He goes down before the ball is thrown in, and he's standing right in front of the Phoenix bench, and he looks at all the guys on the bench and says,
"Yeah, I'm just fixing to bust a three on you guys. Just go home. I'm tired of it."
And he says, "Watch my hand as I follow through."
And, Johnny High sort of smiles and laughs about it.
And I was supposed to cut off the high post and post up for a second and then go across and set a pick. Well, I came off the pick and I was wide open and I stood there waiting for the ball. I had a smaller guy to post up and Larry just waved me out of the way saying, "Get out of here, get out of the way."
And then he just turns around and shoots a perfect three.
As the ball's in the
Like,
air,
what?
he kind of turns towards the Phoenix bench and yells, "Told you
And then this
so."
is the only person I know doing floating three-pointers. Like, people, like, bro, it's just so many things. Larry Bird is the only person doing. Only person.
And then he just turns around.
With the game on the line.
And shoots a perfect three.
As the ball's in the air, he kind of turns towards the Phoenix bench and yells, "Told you so." Stop running to
I
the
see
locker
he
room.
pointing at the...
Turns towards the Phoenix bench and yells, "Told you so." Stop running to the locker room.
As he continues on to the dressing room. Now that's what you call arrogance.
And from that time I learned to run Larry's play, not the coach's play.
Yeah, facts.
He wanted the light on him. He wanted the focus, and he wanted that ball. And if he ever call somebody
So you
else
love
to
them
play,
balls, huh?
Larry just said, no. I'm shooting this ball, as you would.
I get a charge when I tell someone on the opposing team that I want to hit the last second shot and do it. That's what it's all about.
Tie game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics
And that's another thing too, bro. A lot of people are saying like these greats nowadays, but they don't have the same drive and the same, I don't know what the word is, but the same just hunger to wanting to shoot the last shot. We just seen last year, Anthony Edwards supposed to be the next Jordan. He getting carried by the role players on his team. The role players, somehow, some way, they was dropping 10 points per game regular season. Now when they're in the postseason, they somehow going crazy. Then now he want to leave the last game winning shot on the role player instead of him saying, "Okay, I'm the next Jordan. I'm gonna step up." You feel me? Like, bro, Larry Bird would never let somebody else. Would never.
Tie game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball.
During timeout, I'm going through a play. And about that time, Larry steps in and says, "Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way?" What's the matter? He wants the ball, he wants the ball. After the timeout, we walked back on the court, and then Xavier was guarding me. So he tells Xavier, he says, "I'm getting the ball."
I said, "I know, I'm gonna be waiting." And he said, "I'm gonna get it right here. I'm gonna shoot it right in your face."
5 and Bird has the basketball.
Two people.
Larry Bird just phenomenal.
I mean, bro, it's just a cheat code,
He
bro.
came out with about that exact spot and shot a shot right in my face. And he was like, I didn't need to leave 2 seconds on the clock. I went back to the sideline like, damn.
Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? They thought it was Reggie or Charles. Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played against. So we playing him the last play. He says to James Worthy, he said, "You guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over in that corner. And I'm going to catch it, I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be." They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ?
The late, great DJ.
Yeah.
You DJ coming down, right?
The late, great DJ.
Oh, great DJ. That's good.
I
Pass
see
it
it.
to Larry. He's in that corner. Now now I got to go out and close Larry Bird out. So as I'm running out to Larry Bird, he's talking.
And this is another thing too. It just be like, you see how everybody is talking about Larry Bird. Larry Bird never in the mix. Number one, he's never in the mix. We got probably like what, 3 interviews of Larry Bird. 3 interviews. Okay, bro's never in the mix, and people still talking about him to this day. That's how you know you're such a GOAT and a timeless player. And this is, I feel the same way about music. Like, if you are somebody who can make music today, and 20 years later, people are still talking about your music, still listening to your music. You feel me? You're goated, bro. You're goated. And this is by another legend. Another legend.
So pass it to Larry. He's in that corner. Now I got to go out and close Larry Bird out. So as I'm running out to Larry Bird, he's talking trash to me. I don't know why you running out here.
As he's running is crazy. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So as I'm running out to Larry Bird, he's talking trash to me. I don't know why you running out here. Who says that in the middle of the game?
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, over here.
You get one step away from me, and I'm gonna shoot it right in your face. So I got one step away. He shoots it all net. 3-pointer. Good.
Take the ball out, man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a 3, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me?
And he turned to me and said, you did all that running for nothing.
And he was saying in such a calm way that you didn't think it was trash talking, but it's trash talking. You're not going to tell me you will go over there and shoot the ball in my face. That's trash talking. But he would tell you before the play even started.
He'd tell you where he's going, he'd tell you when he catches it, there's nothing you can do about it. And it was great trash talking. Because it wasn't vulgar. I mean, he wasn't pounding his chest. You can just be standing next to him. You know, I would jump out and try to block a shot on rotation, and he'd say, Scott.
You jump high, but you don't jump that high. You can't hit this. Scott, you're a little too late.
Scott, you're not getting that. Why are you even jumping? Why are you running out of it? But it was all game.
He'd say something like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. I mean, he talked the whole game, and it was, you know, after the game and after years of thinking about it, you're like, man, that dude, why he's one of the greatest players ever played.
He was ridiculous. He came in here. Our sportscaster played the Superman theme when he was talking about him that night after the game, because he did everything, points, rebounds, assists, just steals, you name it. Larry has such a great mind for the game. I had a lot of respect for him as a competitor.
That competitive nature.
R.I.P. Kobe.
Because I asked a lot of questions. You know, playing with Byron Scott, I asked him a lot of questions. Eddie Jones, Magic, James Worthy, Kurt Rambis, all the Laker greats, I would always sit down and just ask them questions. What actually happened there? What did you feel there? Why? You know, Bird tough to defend. Why? Because you look slow as shit to me. So it's like I'm missing something. So like, tell me what I'm missing. You know what I mean?
You know, like I was saying, growing up in Boston, people all used to always talking about that he can't jump, he can't do this, he can't do that. And, you know, a lot of my friends was like that, you know. So, I got to the league. I called all my friends back up. I said, all that trash that you were talking, you need to squash all that. This man is great. Whatever you were saying, for a man who can't jump, he's demolishing everybody. He's doing it on everybody. He's doing it on the best defensive players in the league.
Yeah, I never forget driving, and I'm listening to a game. It's New Mexico State playing Indiana State. I don't really care about the game, but New Mexico State is right up the street from El Paso, and I went to UTEP, and we're big rivalries. So I'm hoping that Indiana State will beat New Mexico State. And I'm listening to the radio, and I have no clue of the players on either team. All of a sudden, this name keeps coming. Bird. He goes to the right. Bird. He goes to the side. Bird. I said, damn, who was Bird? Bird.
Bird.
You know, here's Bird.
Bird is a word.
This and Bird. Oh, did you see the pass that
What the?
I can't see it, but I'm just trying to imagine it. When the time I got to the end, I said, damn, that brother can play.
Brother can play on God.
I got the newspaper the next morning and saw Larry's picture. I said, damn.
That
Larry,
brother can play.
You know, be honest with you. The young lady that say you were her favorite player, mine too. I love you too, Magic, but not as much as I like Bird.
Always talk about great basketball players, and they don't never mention him to be up in that round. But Larry Bird was cold. I don't think nobody ever could get out with him. You ask Magic. That's why Magic had a run, and he was mad when he had to retire in '92 because of what he was going to be missing with Larry Bird. And then you remember Larry Bird took 2 more years, and then he would quit because he said his main guy who he wanted to play against is gone.
I'm gonna tell this story. We're in LA and I'm hurt. I got a pulled hamstring, so I'm not playing tonight. So I can't play against the Celtics. You know, I'm killing myself. You know, Larry warming up, the anthem is sung and get introduced, and right before they go out on the court, Larry comes down and says, you know what? Says, you here? I'm gonna put a show on for you. So you just sit back and watch, okay? Don't worry. I'm gonna put a show on for you. And I'm like, man, get out of my face, man. Want to hear that? You know, this Celtics and the Lakers. And he went out. I think he scored 38 points, about 20 rebounds, about 15 assists. And every shot he would shoot, he would turn to me. Every time he hit one, he'd look at me. And I said, boy, you know, the thing about it that I love about you is that most guys talk trash and can't back it up. But Mr. Bird, you know you can back your trash talking up.
That's facts.
And last but not least, I'm gonna say this because you told me one lie. You only told me one lie in your career. Only one. And you only lied to the fans and all the people in the world one time. Do you know what that lie was? You don't remember, do you? Larry Bird said that there would be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird. And so,
that's facts.
This is mine, and I signed it to you, to the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever. I love you, I respect you, and I admire you.
W. Okay. Wow. That was a great video, bro. Great video. Like I said, it's gonna be great to go back and watch these full games. Because like I told y'all, bro, I do not watch no full sports games. So on Patreon, you'll be able to watch the full sports games of these greats playing. You know what I mean? And not just these greats. We have all the greats ever. All documentaries ever. You know what I'm saying? We even start watching some TV shows. Like, bro, it's literally no restrictions on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Link in the pin, comment, and description. I love y'all.